Good morning and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura. I'd love you to hit subscribe and follow along with my journey. I'm here with my friend Ari. Bob's on tour. That was her fond name for our gals road trip. We road tripped to Portland yesterday from Vancouver, and now we're just exploring for the next few days. I think we're gonna leave Monday morning, so we got 3 nights here. We're staying in downtown, but currently we're walking over to Hawthorne because one of the main reasons we chose Portland, I've been here a couple of times, but both times I've only stayed a night. So I've still done a little bit of exploring, but not really a whole lot because it's been on the way to somewhere else. So this is cool because we're going to look around a lot of the really cool consignor boutiques, thrift a little bit, eat some good food, and yeah, I'm excited. It's such nice weather. It's all right now. It's like 21 degrees, but yesterday afternoon, what did we get up to? Like 33? 33. I mean, we're very lucky because we're staying in a hotel that has aircon. I'll give you a little bit of a room tour I'll give you a room tour later because it's really cute and a little bit funky. Yeah, so we've got aircon. So I actually had a very good sleep compared to what I've been having because it wasn't disturbed by the heat or by Gibby. All right, it's about an hour walk to where we're going to, so let's go. This is where we're going later for dinner. It's like a collection of little outdoor food trucks. Actually, this might not be the one, Ari. This might just be one of two. Either way, like, cute little options. It is 25 degrees Celsius. I just checked, Vancouver's 21, and it does feel like 30. I think there's just not a through breeze going through. It's really nice. It's nice to be outside, and I'm sure everywhere we're going is going to have aircon anyway. That's the real difference, I feel. Like, I love the heat, but I love the heat when I know that I'm going to get like a reprieve from it. You know, whether it's like obviously sleeping in aircon or going into a space where you get to cool down, because being in the constant heat, that gets exhausting. Definitely the coolest part of town. So we're just off Hawthorne Boulevard, and I've been here actually I did come here in the summer, but maybe the weather wasn't as good because it just feels so different. Just the beautiful weather and so many flowers. I think Portland's known for their rhododendrons. We're just going to go into Buffalo Exchange. It's like twice the size of the one we went into in downtown. Peanut butter bowl, and then a potato, like a rainbow bright bowl, but it's got potato, mango, yum, it's so good. Granola. We're just trying to find a recycling bin for Ari's can. When I was in London, I'm not sure if this is everywhere, so I don't want to blanket it, but my friend who lived in Wandsworth, I said, oh, I didn't know I was taking out the trash. I don't know where to put your cans and your recycling. She said, like, you're just gonna have to let that one go. They don't do it. It's just one skip. Everything goes into the same bin. And that blew my mind because, I mean, there's so many places that are out there doing the most for recycling, and then other places that are just like too hard basket. You know, we can't make it work. Maybe, yeah, bottles and cans. So they do have it here. And in Vancouver, they have little racks around the outside of bins, so you can put your cans in there, because a lot of people collect them and then like sell them, or obviously just so they can be taken and properly recycled. I could almost do with a decaf coffee, you know. Oh, don't you know? Here we go. We're into our next shop, Crossroads. So fun fact, this door here, my dad opened, and it was like, they've got a thing across it, but my dad opened it because they didn't have that thing across, and this alarm went off, this shrill alarm when we came here, and oh my gosh, we were dying laughing. So here's the actual entrance. Yeah.
Chocolate with stuff in
Okay.
Here is all dark chocolate with nothing.
I think we're pretty shopped out for the day and we're gonna walk back. Initially we weren't going to walk back, but we have decided that seeing as it's almost 3 o'clock, it'll take us just over an hour to walk home. We've decided that we're gonna grab dinner in downtown because we got a couple of recommendations. One that I think we're gonna go to is called Grits and Gravy, which is like Southern Comfort, and I don't think I've had Southern Comfort food in Vancouver. I've definitely had it in Harlem, New York, and that was really good. Obviously, I don't eat meat and Ari doesn't either, so we will definitely double check the menu to make sure that there's a bunch of stuff that we can get. Unfortunately, Hari was unable to find some sunnies, and so she's straining. Maybe this little place here, that was the one that we said we'd come to if we didn't find anything. So we still are looking for some sunnies, but other than that, we're gonna walk back, chill in the Acon for a little bit, and then we head out a little bit later for dinner, and then come back tomorrow to Hawthorne because that's where we're gonna have dinner. And if there was any other shop that we wanted to come back to, we can. I for some reason thought they'd be closed Sunday, but they're not, so we can always come back tomorrow. Look at all the pretty flowers. Look at that sunflower. She's beaming. These ones look a little bit sad. Look at all of that ocean glitter. Just sparkling away. Okay, so we've just been back at the accommodation for a while. We're about to head out and we've got changed. So I'm just wearing, excuse the mess, we've just kind of dumped. I'll do a little bit of a haul, but I'll probably do it tomorrow of some of the things I picked up. This was one of the t-shirts that I picked up, and I'm just wearing some little linen shorts, and Ari's got a oversized little tie-dye tee on, some denim shorts, and yeah, we're just going super casual. It's hot, and we also, have I not mentioned that? It's hot, we're hot. I feel like I'm a broken record, but obviously it's just, I didn't expect it to be as hot as it is. I just thought it'd be the same as Vancouver. Vancouver's like 28 and we're sitting at 34, 35, so it feels significantly different when you're out on the street. We are going to a place called Punch Bowl Social. We're gonna have a game of bowling. Have a game of bowling? A bowling match? A game of bowling? Tournament. I don't know. What? A tournament. We're having a tournament even. So I asked Ari if she's a good bowler. I've never played against her. She says she's a 7 out of 10. I said I'm a 6 out of 10. And I feel like who knows what's going to happen. Has she overrated herself? Have I undersold myself? I don't know. I don't think I've undersold myself. I seriously, like if my friend Matt is watching this video, he is a professional bowler. When I first started playing against him, I was a gutter ball girl, and now I can at least get some points on the board. So gonna go play a game, then we're gonna go to the place called Grits and Gravy, but we're just not hungry yet. We definitely also had quite a few snacks that we picked up from Trader Joe's yesterday. So we'll see how many games we have, might have a drink, just chill out there for a little bit. It's like a 5-minute walk that way and then a 5-minute walk in the other way for dinner. So everywhere we're going today is pretty local. We basically walked an hour and a half or an hour 20 to get to the shops, like the end of Hawthorne Boulevard this morning, and then we walked at home. So we've done quite a fair bit of walking, clocked about 15, almost 16,000 steps. So pretty decent. So not a lot of walking for the end of the day, which I'm grateful for, because have I mentioned that I'm hot? That's where we're going, up there. So we just walked past these guys, and I don't usually mention stuff like this, but we just talked about it before, because if you're a female, you know that it's a female's worst nightmare when you see a gauntlet, like you see a male on each side and you're going to walk down the center and you think there's no way I'm going to get through with at least some kind of comment. Anyway, walked through there and actually there was no comment, so I was wrong about that. But we walked around the corner and there were these group of guys just making remarks, like saying, you know, kind of flirty compliments, which, well, nice dimples or something like that, and then said something else. And then they said something that just, I always find this really frustrating. Come on, we can't get a smile, as though we should be so grateful that they catcall us. And it frustrated me so much, because if I had been, like he said that kind of once we passed, but if I'd been facing him, I probably would have got really frustrated, because that to me is just one of those things where I'm like, why do you deserve for me to give you a smile? You're making me feel so uncomfortable. I'm grinning, I'm doing this.
I'm trying to grin through my teeth to be polite, to just get through it. And so why do I have to smile at you to make you feel happy and comfortable despite the fact that you're making me feel uncomfortable? It's just things that women have to deal with. If you know, you know. Stylish shoes. We just finished bowling, which was a lot of fun. Oh, that's so bright. We're walking in a mall and it's very glass ceiling reflecty. It was a lot of fun. I think our collective scores, that's going down. I think our collective scores, Ari got 306 in total and I got 279. Yeah, so I wasn't too far behind. I think I won the last game and she won the first two. She was getting better. Yeah, I got progressively better. I did change the ball towards the end because my wrist was really sore. The place was really quiet and we had a bit of an interesting interaction at the end. It's obviously different the way you pay for things here. Like in Canada, they just give you the FPOS machine or the little, thing, and you put your tip in and whatever. But here, obviously, you give them your card, they swipe the card through, they give it back to you with a receipt, and then you add your tip on at the end. And it was just really awkward because we tried to close the transaction out with this other lady. She's like, I can't close it for you, it has to be with your server. And we were like, okay, well, he's nowhere to be found. So we had to wait for him to come, and then it was just, the whole interaction was kind of awkward.
Yeah, I just want to get out of it.
Yeah, and it was so clunky, and then he had to give us back our receipt and you write the tip on. We're just not used to it, right? I'm sure any Americans watching this would just say that's just the way we do things, but it's just, I find it so much easier in Canada. We still do the tipping part, but you do it on the FPOS machine when you're making the transaction rather than paying, accepting the payment, then doing the tip, just the back and forth. Oh, there's a leak there, or it's urine.
Yeah,
I don't. Let's just pretend it's a leak. Things seem to be pumping in Portland today. We were wondering if there was a parade. Oh, this is so cute. Obviously these water fountains or water features usually have water in them, but someone's put a little blankie on that one. Yeah, we're just wondering what was going up here, some tents, a little festival. Who knows? I love the buildings in this area. This building over here is my favorite. Going. We thought it might be a little bit more pumping. Maybe it is inside. Good morning. It is another beautiful day in Portland. I just went downstairs and grabbed us some coffee, watching some cartoons, and Ari is actually just ordering us some food because she had a $100 room credit when she booked the room through Amex. So why not get some breakfast in bed? We're gonna have a bit of a slower, lazier morning because we're doing a Barry's bootcamp class at 10:40, and then we'll probably have to be there just around 10:30. This wallpaper is so good, but there's a little bit that's peeling off that's attracting my attention. I think that when they did some renovations, they peeled it off and there's a hole. Anyway, my little magpie eye just was drawn to that. Last night I didn't get to talk about the food that we had, but the gumbo was so delicious. It was so good. I don't know how they did it and made it so flavoursome without adding meat. But yeah, it was just really comforting, really delicious. We were so full. We came back, we watched 13 going on 30, just had a nice cozy little evening, and didn't go to bed too late, probably 10:30. So I woke up at about 7:30 this morning, raring to go. But yeah, like I said, we're just gonna chill in bed this morning. It's actually a bit of a cloudier day today, which I don't mind because we probably will walk again out to Hawthorne Way. I love looking at all these little fire escapes. We really don't have much of a view here, but it's such a cute little room, all the little detailings. And this lamp, this cracks us up. Look, it's a little duck. It's got a little belly. So cute. Nice. Might not look like much, but this is exciting to us. This is warm, goodness me. In a little pottle of berry and granola, and then omelette. I'm just getting ready and I realized that these are the only shoes that I bought to work out in. I thought I was being smart when I bought them, in that I thought there could be a multi-purpose shoe. I could wear them during the day as casual wear. I wore them yesterday when we were walking around, but then also I could work out in them if we chose to work out. But obviously we chose a Barry's class, and if you haven't been before, it's 50% on the floor lifting the weights and 50% up on the treadmill running. So these are going to hold up. It's going to be fine, but I'm sure my knees and my ankles won't be super grateful for it. But yeah, just all of a sudden I thought, I'm going to get ready, put my shoes on. Okay, these are not going to be optimal, but they'll be fine. We're going to walk there. It's a 20-minute walk. I thought it was an 8-minute walk, so I'm glad I double checked that. 20-minute walk, do the workout, stay around in that area, pop into a couple places, then come back and shower and do the full reset. I'm just wearing a Lululemon Align and some black airy leggings. Hopefully the clouds clear a little bit, but I don't really mind. Oh, there's a balloon floating up in the air. A helium balloon. Funny. Okay, update. We're just about to head out. It's actually not raining right now, but we can hear thunder. So, heard it. The first time we questioned if it was thunder, but pretty certain. Second time I thought it was a train. Third time we're like, no, it's definitely thunder. So, not sure what's happening. Because right now, like I said, we don't have rain. It's not a storm happening, but we have had rain. So it's either heading our way, or maybe it moved through in the night. I was wondering because I said the footpath was wet. I did hear sounds in the night. I thought that it was the white noise that I had put on. Because you know, like how like a storm, I heard some sounds and it sort of semi-woke me up, but obviously it's quite a soothing thing to hear a thunderstorm. So it's one of the sounds. It is. It literally. So I thought it was the white noise, but now that might make sense. So maybe it moved through in the night. We have managed to secure a brolly, but I'm looking up at blue sky and under heavy rain. It's definitely warm summer storm kind of vibes, and it's supposed to, did you say, dissipate in like an hour? Yeah, or not even an hour. Not even an hour. Like 10 minutes. Sweet, easy. Well, we're running a little bit behind. Not behind as in that we would be late for the class, but we assume we should be there like 10 minutes before, because we've never been to this location before, so they might want to do like an orientation. I don't know, but I always like to me, on time is late. On time is on time. On time is late for something like this, because if the class starts at 10:30 or 10:40 and you walk in at 10:40, it's like they don't have time to set you up. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm in the big drippy zone. Umbrella, blue sky, grey sky. Watch out. There's Powell's Books, the famous Powell's Books. I think we can cross because they can't go, surely. Shake Shack. Sun came out, here we go. Let's follow this chick, she knows where she's going, I assume. Like I feel like those doors. Follow that girl. Yeah, go on, girl. We did it! We just finished class. It was so much fun. It had lots of good music. Definitely the shoes didn't hold up that well. I shouldn't say that because I was obviously able to make it through the class, but I opted in the second round, there was heaps of inclines, so I would do the speed that was suggested, but I didn't do the incline because these shoes just definitely couldn't handle that, and I could absolutely feel a little bit of pain in my shins. How'd your knee hold up? It was good. It was good. Ariana's got a bit of knee challenges, so I was proud of her. I thought I was like, she's super fit, but when you got injuries, you have to just like work around it. So last night we were kind of thinking about our various ailments, you know, that competitiveness. And now obviously we had a bit of a thunderstorm. Now the umbrella's a little bit ornamental. Love that. It's turned into a walking stick. We're gonna head back, probably do the full shower. We both got to wash the bobs, and then head back out to Hawthorne.
So we were just walking past through the parade and Ari spotted this artist.
Michael James.
He's a Portland-based artist, but he had his stuff like blow up on Instagram. I think I've got a picture. I'll insert the picture here because I didn't actually take any video footage. But they're kind of just like cool phrases, or would you say like confronting? Like there's a message.
Yeah.
Like it's either like jokey or there's a message, but just like cool, quirky stuff. I'm sure you've probably seen them on Pinterest. But Ari was totally fangirling. I've probably seen some of his work before online. He said he doesn't usually do stuff, this is so loud, he doesn't usually do stuff that's super local. But yeah, it's cool. It's cute. It is such a stunning day, wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? That's where we were last night, grits and gravy. So we're only a few blocks from our hotel, which I think I mentioned, we're staying at the Royal Sinista. Such cool buildings. Milkshakes after work. Ooh, watch out. Ariana is an architect, so everywhere we go, and I love it too, but it makes me look at all the beautiful things, all the different things. She has a appreciation for it all. We are refreshed, ready to go. We've done the full hair wash, changed our outfits, and we are heading to Hawthorne, but we've decided to not walk because just feeling a little bit gassed, and it's already 1:15 in the afternoon. So we're gonna drive over to Hawthorne. We're going to this bakehouse and definitely gonna grab a little coffee. I know it's after 1, but I'm dragging, so I just want a little coffee, little pick-me-up. We had a bit of a parking saga just then, but I don't even want to say a saga. We got to the car and we realized that we didn't have our little parking ticket from when we came in on Friday night. So we went back to the accommodation to see if we could find it, and it was just a little receipt that we'd probably just left on the counter. So housekeeping had gotten rid of it, which fair enough, it just looks like rubbish. And then we were worried because you have to pay the max daily rate. And the guy there was really nice that when I went up to him and I said, we arrived on Friday night, are we going to have to, I didn't even say, are we going to have to, I said, what are we looking at to pay? And he said, look, just pay the max rate for a day, you know, because you just hit lost ticket. So we pull up and he said, you're the ladies that lost your ticket. Okay, cool, let me get this sorted for you. He hits lost ticket, so it would give us $21 as the max fee, which was already kind of him to do. And then he, like, my card wouldn't go through, Ari's card wouldn't go through, and our cards aren't the problem, we've already used them. So he said, my machine's been playing up, the other one's been freezing, just don't even worry about it, and lifted the barrier and let us through. And we thought we were about to pay like max and idiot tax. We thought we were going to be paying about $2 US for parking, because the max rate for each day. And we got away with $0. So I feel like we've got to spread some good karma around now. Obviously we're kind to everyone we meet, but I've definitely got to spread a little bit of good karma and a bit of good joy. So I'm looking for that next opportunity when someone needs help. We're going to this little bakehouse. I guess we can just park anywhere here now. So if you wanted to, if there's no one on the main street, we can always just park in a side street. This is where we're going, this little bakehouse. And that was really busy.
Your destination is on the right.
Got some produce. These houses are so cute. Also, weather's clouded over again, but I'm not mad about it. Maybe after Ari, we should go in there and get some crunchy apples. Here's where we're going. So Ariana and I are playing a game of dog. Now, when you play a game of dog, you have to count how many dogs you pet, and it's a contest. And obviously you can't just drive by and pet a dog without kind of feeling it up with the owner first and checking it's okay. So it's like a delicate balance where you want to scratch the head. Sometimes you do a drive-by scratch, and I'm quite good at that. And so I'm up by 1, but when we walked into the cafe, she scratched a dog, and I was hoping, is the dog going to stay there? And it did, and I got to scratch the dog too, so I'm still up by 1. But yeah, who knows where we'll be by the end of today. Alrighty, so we got coffees, and then we got a couple of sandwiches that we're going to share. That's so decent. Like, that's a whole sandwich in itself. Yeah. And we're going to share. And a pickle. Love that. I really like this. Lots of cute little dresses, but it's still not cheap though. Like, it's $42, but obviously it's unique and it's definitely vintage. I'd say 90s, probably 80s, 90s. These bathrooms are so creepy. Cool, but creepy. Oh my goodness, this has to be the brand Tupperware. I know these containers. Yep, Tupperware. We didn't have that one, but we had this, and we also had it in orange. No, maybe we did only have it in orange, but like a cake container. We had tons of Tupperware growing up. The actual brand Tupperware. I feel like anyone calls containers Tupperware now, but the brand Tupperware was the durable ones, and people used to have those Tupperware parties. If you know, you know. This is totally something my grandma would wear, and she'd wear a polo with the matching kind of pattern of that. I love this mug here so much, and I wish, as you know, I'm refraining from any decor. I do not need that, so I'm not going to get that, but I just love stuff like this. Although it doesn't actually have a handle. Maybe it's not supposed to be. Oh, it's a plant pot. Not even. I really like this. There's lots of... Look, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. This is a really cool thing that they do, where you can choose a vintage radio and they convert it into a Bluetooth speaker. Like, how cool is that? Because you could have it as a really cool decor piece, but it's actually functional and obviously has good sound quality rather than, you know, even if it's repaired, quite muffled. So I'm not sure how much they are, but you pay a $50 deposit, 4 to 6 weeks to like upgrade it. But how cool is that? I have found my happy place. I'm going to be perusing in here for a little bit. After a very long vintage mall, oh, hair's looking cute, vintage mall shopping sesh, I checked and my friend sent me a voice note that we read in the car, and she sent that at 2:35, and it is now 5:04, and we just made it back to the car. So it was pretty decent shopping there. I ended up kind of hanging out in the library for a little bit and reading a book. It was pretty toasty in there, and it's very creepy building, but in a cool way, like cool creepy. You saw the bathrooms that I showed, and there was also this like basement that wasn't fully blocked off, just very creepy vibes. I tried to Google the history of the building, as I do often when I'm somewhere and I'm just super interested by what the building used to be. Was it a factory, or you know, was it like office? Or I'm so curious to know what something used to be, especially when it's been converted in such a unique way. And this was obviously a big empty slate they almost had, and everyone had these tiny little shops. Yeah, it was really interesting. Pretty cool place to head to, and it said it was the largest vintage mall, and I believe it. So yeah, we're gonna go grab a drink. We were gonna drive somewhere, but there's lots of little breweries around here. Find a cider or a beer, definitely scull back some water, rehydrate, and just chill for a little bit, chill for a little bit. Both got that one. Cheers, big ears. Cheers. Same goes, big nose. Same goes, big nose. I thought I would sneak one in then. I was just, I've told the vlog before, there's a dog in the brewery here, and it was right by Ari while she was buying her drink, and the dog wasn't anywhere near me, but I managed to get the pet. We just finished up at the brewery, and we're going to go grab some dinner at the food trucks. So the Asylum, it is called like Asylum something. I will show you once we get there. We wanted to go last night, but we ended up going to downtown, and now going to check them out tonight. It's a really nice night to walk, so we were going to walk there, but we did feel a little bit unsafe, and not so much unsafe right now, but we don't know what time we're leaving, so when we leave later it could already be dark, because it's going to get dark in about an hour and 45 minutes. So don't know how long we're going to be there for, because we're ladies and we need to travel safe. We are just going to go back to where the car is, pick up the car, park somewhere close, just so it's really easy. We're nice and close to the car, and yeah, totally. We're kind of in a bit more of an industrial area here, where there's lots of sort of warehouses, furniture shops, etc. So we just felt unsafe basically. So yeah, gonna head there now. I'm feeling like Asian fusion kind of vibes, and I saw that they had a few different Thai food trucks, etc. So I'm getting hungry. So there it is. It's just called Hawthorne Asylum, and there used to be an asylum here. I read about it. I'm not sure if that was the actual site.
So it's going to be on a stick.
Dinner has finally arrived. We both got pad thai with tofu. Looks so delicioso. Look at all those colors. Squeeze that lime.
It's really hard.
Lucky you don't have any cuts on your fingers.
Good morning. I realised that I forgot to wrap the vlog up last night because we're actually leaving Portland today, so it's just going to be a travel day. I'm not going to vlog it. We plan to leave probably in the next 15-20 minutes. I just popped down and got a coffee from the lobby, and yeah, we're going to check out and we're going to go to Trader Joe's just outside of Portland. We don't want to go to the one in Bellingham. That's really close to the border, just in case we've been sitting in traffic all day and we're just over it and don't feel like doing it, and then we go, meh, we won't do it, because I got a little bit of a list from Sophie and James, and then Ty will want a couple of bits, so do want to get that done. And then we don't really have a plan of anywhere that we're definitely going to stop. We just know that we'll stop somewhere to have a little bite to eat on the way back. It's about a 5.5 hour drive, and it took us a lot longer on the way here. There was heaps of traffic outside of Seattle, kind of basically from Seattle all the way to Olympia, and then we were free flowing. So we had a lot of traffic, and I'm hoping that we don't the other way, but we shall see. It's also Monday. Friday, I guess people are like heading off after work, wanting to go places for the weekend, and Monday, I guess, is a little bit quieter, unless you're going into the city to work. Anyway, we don't need to have a traffic chat. I just wanted to wrap up this vlog and say that I hope that you enjoyed the Portland vlog, and I will see you all in my next video.